This is Jonathan Agoff here for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm joined by Regis Prograis out there in Texas, I assume.
hmm
Regis, how you doing first of all? How's family?
Everybody good, bro. Yeah, we wrapping up school with my son, so everything is good, man. Everything is real good right now. That's all.
Good to hear. A big fight in your division. We have an undisputed champion now, Josh Taylor. Um,
hmm
you know very well. What's your take on Saturday's fight with Jose Ramirez?
I mean, it for me, it went exactly not exactly how I felt it was gonna go, but I knew leading up to the fight, everybody kept asking me, months and months and months before the fight, everybody kept asking who was gonna win, and my prediction always was the same. I always thought Josh was just kind of too much for Jose Ramirez. I thought, Ramirez is just, he's limited. Basically he's a limited fighter, and he gets hit a lot, and then um, especially like by boxes that people can box. He can. I mean, Ramirez had trouble with him and stuff like that. So then you get somebody that can box and has power. He's gonna really be in trouble. And I felt like that was gonna happen. I definitely felt like he was gonna win a close decision. Because of the judges and because him being over here. But I definitely thought I knew that he was gonna beat him. I knew he was gonna beat him.
How did you actually have it at the end? 114, 112. Did you agree with
I
that?
don't think it was 114, 112. I think that was way too close. I don't. So for me, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I never really like score around or nothing like that. I mean, maybe like the first 2 or 3 rounds I might score, and then after that, I just watch the fight as a fan. But then after 12th round, I could be like, all right, this person won or this person lost, So and Josh Taylor definitely won. So I don't think, but if I had to say 114, 112, that's way too close.
Were you impressed with Josh Taylor's display in the fight?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Not. It was like he fought the same. It was like it wasn't no different. I felt like he was gonna do that. Ramirez he's limited. Like I said, I think that Ramirez is just he's a limited fighter. So I'm not gonna say I was impressed or not impressed. It was just it was kind of the same. I just felt like that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew he was gonna beat Ramirez.
People were talking sort of after the fight, well, during the fight when the second knockdown happened, and there's a bit of controversy about Kenny Bayless taking too long to count. Did you feel like the fight
Yeah,
was
bro, that should have
over
been a
at that point?
knockout. That should have been a knockout. He should have gotten. He should have bet. He definitely should have knocked out Jose Ramirez for sure.
Hmm.
Because yeah, I mean that was way too long. I mean it was like 15, 20 seconds. So that definitely should have been a knockout.
I actually saw your Instagram afterwards, and it seemed like the fight, the hype of the fight, got you training straight away, right?
Yeah, bro, I went training. Oh shit.
Yeah, we
You
got
can
you back.
see.
Yep.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, bro, I went training instantly. Like I was so hyped up. We had a big old party over. We had a fight party at my house, and it was my daddy's birthday at the same time. So we had all kinds of food and stuff. Bro, I went and ran like 5 miles, and then I came hit my tires for like 30 minutes after that. I was just like, man, it hyped me up, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it really did hype me up.
We saw sort of the build up before, and Josh was, they had a bit of an altercation beforehand, but afterwards, all respect. Just
All right.
talk to us what it's like, as a fighter when you go into these fights, and then, after all, talk and everything's done, it's all respect. The
Mhm.
same with you and Josh Taylor. I remember you spoke after and all that.
Right. So you know what? I know what Josh does now. It's just he did the same thing Duran did to Sugar Ray Leonard. Right? He does the same exact thing. He'll try to get in your head, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. He got in my head. He got in Ramirez's head. And so it makes you want to just kill him. And so I don't know if I told you the story, but so when at our press conference when I was out there in the UK, and at the press conference, I had my belts on. And Josh Taylor touched my belts, and it pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, it pissed me the fuck off. I was just like pissed off. And then at that moment, I just wanted to hurt him. I didn't necessarily care about winning. I mean, of course I did, but more than anything, I wanted to hurt him. And I was like, I'm gonna fuck this boy. I'm gonna really hurt him. And it made me fight a stupid fight. And looking back on it, and then looking back on it, but then I see he did the same thing to Ramirez, and he got in Ramirez's head. He definitely got in Ramirez's head because Ramirez is a nice guy. He never talks. He never does any of that stuff. and it was at the press conference, he was saying all kinds of stuff, and then Ramirez was like talking back to him and trying to do all kinds of stuff. Then he ended up pushing him after the weigh-in. So he definitely got in Ramirez's head, bro. And I think that was affecting the fight. And then when you get in somebody's head, it just makes you it makes you fight a dumb fight. It makes you want to just hurt him, and that's kind of the same thing I did. If I would have just, I felt like, man, I would have had a easier night and definitely won a decision, or even over there in the UK if I was just boxing, but I went out there and I just tried to fight him, and it was just a dumb move. But for sure, he now knowing what Josh Taylor does, that's what he does. He'll get in your head and he wants you to just fight him, and he'll fight you, but he'll try to box you. He'll switch it up and stuff like that. So that's exactly what he did with Ramirez. And I said it too. I mean, I was doing interviews and stuff like that before the fight. And, people was asking me, what you think of all that stuff. I was like, listen, he got in Ramirez's head. He got in his head, pushing him at the weigh-ins and, doing all that stuff at the press conference. He definitely got right in his head. And, and I think that was detrimental to, for Ramirez.
There's talk of, obviously there's talk of a rematch between you two, which we'll talk about in a sec, but there's also talk straight after the fight of possibly a fight with Terence Crawford at 147. He's got the mandatory with Jack Catterall as well. What do you think of this Terence Crawford talk?
I mean, listen, bro. I mean, that's a good fight. I'm not even gonna say Crawford will beat him. That's a good fight, man. Josh is a real good fighter, bro. I think he's a hell of a fighter, and I think he'll give Crawford a lot of trouble. I really do think he could give Crawford a lot of trouble. When Crawford, and it's sad to say, but when Crawford, when he had all the belts in the division was weak. So when we all came up and stuff like that, the division was real, real hot. So Josh got all the belts when the division was fucking hot, So, and he beat a lot of really, really good fighters. And so I think that as far as resume goes, Josh Taylor his resume is definitely better than Crawford's, especially at 140. Now going up to 147, I don't know. I think he should be able to compete. Crawford is a special talent. Everybody knows that Crawford is he's extremely good, pound for pound. Talent-wise, he's just special. But at the same time, I definitely give Josh Taylor a shot at Crawford.
What about you and Josh Taylor? We've spoken about it. He said, you could fight 3-4 times in the future.
Right.
Yeah. Was your phone blowing up with rematch?
Of course. Yes, of course. Yeah, I think we definitely have to have it, bro. Before our careers are over, me and him probably will fight about maybe 2 or 3 more times. I definitely think we will fight again. So he's not gonna see the last of me because I'm the only one, that you can say I beat him. Some people say I did. Some people say I didn't. And I mean, listen, if Josh Taylor beat me. Like, if he just beat me all the way, nobody told me, everybody said, listen, you really lost that fight, I would still want a rematch, right? Because I still want to prove myself. But I got a lot of people telling me, even people in the UK, they're like, man, you won that fight. A lot of people, even from Scotland, from the UK, from everywhere, like, man, you really won that fight. If you wasn't over there, you would have won that fight. So for that reason, I think, and he knows that. I mean, he knows that too. Fighters know what goes on also. So I think that we definitely have to have a rematch one day down the line. But let him get his defense, and let him get his defense and let him do what he does. And I would, I'll be. What I want to do is be a champion again at 140. So I think that the best thing for me is stay my course right now. Be on the road to being a 2-time world champion at 140. Then after that, me and him can meet at 147 and have a fucking huge fight. Because right now, we could do the fight. We can have a rematch right now. But it's like, it'll be big for boxing. But, the overall sport, they might not really care about it too much, But if I'm a champion again at 140, I raise my profile up even more. And then, then I go up to 147 and fight him. Then that's a huge fight. Boxing or no boxing, that's still a huge fight. So that for me, that's my path to be a champion again at 140.
You've spoken of, possibly Adrien Broner next. There's Tank Davis against Barros. What do you think? What fight is the most appealing to you if you had a choice?
I mean, I always wanted Adrien Broner, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's somebody I always want to fight. But right now, he kind of went ghost, So Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that right now he just kind of went ghost and stuff like that. But not Gervonta Davis. He's another big name. You know, he's coming up, and Floyd and Ellerbe said they're ecstatic about fighting me, right? So I was like, all right, like I would fucking love to fight Gervonta Davis. You know, I mean I think that's a huge fight. That's an awesome fight too. So, and I would fucking kill that little boy. So, yeah, I think we can make that fight happen. So, I mean, right now, just trying to find out, what's gonna happen. But I thought that for me, I thought that me and Adrien Broner was gonna be the next fight after Red Catch. I thought that. Excuse me. I thought that Adrien Broner was gonna be next, but he kind of went ghost. Off social media, he kind of went ghost off everything right now. So I don't know what he's doing. I know where he's at. So right now, I'm still kind of, I'm waiting on whoever.
What about Jose Zepeda, who won on Saturdays? I think number one with the WBC. Does that fight appeal?
That's fine. I'll fight Zepeda too. Yeah,
I'll
that's
fight
fine with me.
anyone. Let's be honest.
But listen, bro, I'll fight. I'm not one of those fights that say, I'll fight somebody and don't end up wanting to fight them. I'll fight anybody, bro. Like
Yeah.
for me, listen, as long as the money's right, I will fight anybody. Like that's the thing with me. I don't care. I don't care about fighting anybody. I'll fight Zepeda if they want to do that for. Yeah, he's number one with the WBC. If they want to do that for the title, that is fine. But of course, Josh Taylor, he has all the belts right now, so everybody kind of got to wait. I think everybody got to wait for him and see what he's gonna do. But I definitely want to be a champion again at 140. So if it's Zepeda, if it's whoever, if it's Gervonta Davis, if it's Adrien Broner, I think that Broner wants to fight, but he wants to fight for another title at 140. So, if Josh Taylor goes up and all the belts are, he lets all the belts go, and then me and Broner can fight for a belt, or me and Zepeda can fight for a belt, let's do it.
There seems to be a lot of interest in a fight between you and Gervonta Davis. Just looking at sort of social media, we put something out, people saying this could be like a Gatti Ward type fight. What have
Mm-hmm.
you made of sort of the interest between you and Tank? And yeah,
I don't see that, bro. Gotti war, bro. That's not gonna go back and forth war, bro. I'm gonna hurt him, bro. They make weight class for a reason. Listen, don't get me wrong. Tank has a lot of power. He's a very talented fighter. He has a lot of power, but he's 5'4", bro. He's 5'4". I think I heard him. I really think I heard him. And I really hope that he beats Marios. Not saying nothing against Barrios, but I honestly I don't I'm not too highly of Barros. Not gonna lie. I don't rate him too highly at all. But I hope he beats him convincingly, because then he will have the confidence to go up to 140 and like maybe come like try to fight me. But if he doesn't, if he struggles with Barrios, then he's not gonna want to fight me at all. So for me, in my head, I really hope that I mean, I hope that he just beats him, convincingly, even maybe knock Barrios out, because then he'll have confidence at 140, be like, oh, I knocked Barrios out. I can go mess with Prograis or whoever. So I hope he does do that, and I mean, I would love that fight. So I think that fight is taking place next month. So after that, I mean, maybe after next month, or 3 months after that, 3 or 4 months after that, me and him can do it, and I mean, we can go from there.
were you surprised to hear Leonard Ellerbe say that? I think to Fight Hype that both him, Tank, and Floyd were ecstatic.
I was surprised to hear, but I think it's all bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's all bullshit. I don't think they're gonna let Tank nowhere close to me. They know I'm talking shit, and they know like, I'm gonna be an exciting fight, and I'm gonna be in a big fight no matter what, just because of my fight style, and I'm gonna talk shit. And I think that's what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody that's just like they're not scared to fucking hold their tongue, and they'll say whatever, and they confident in themselves. So I think that, but at the same time, I definitely think that they talking shit. I don't think that's true. I think they talking shit. I don't think they're gonna let Tank nowhere close to me. They can say all they want, but actions are they speak way louder than words. So we'll see. Let's see what he does with Barrios first, and like I said, if he can walk through Barros and really destroy Barros, they're going to be confident in putting him in there with me, because they're going to think like, oh yeah, Barros is big, and he went through Barros, and they'll be confident putting him in there with me. But if he struggles with Barros, I don't think they definitely not going to want to come fucking with me.
Ideally, do you have a time frame on when you want to be back in the ring, or is it, as you say, a case of let's see what happens with Gervonta Davis, see what happens with Broner, and because they're
I
bigger.
mean, I mean, right now, honestly, to be honest, like I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll get in the ring, whenever. But it's not an ideal, not saying an ideal time about nothing like that. Because in boxing, you just never know, man. Like you fight once or twice a year, so all I'm doing is I'm gonna just keep training, bro. That's it. I'm gonna keep training, keep doing what I gotta do, try to keep getting better on my off season. And when they tell me something, they let me know something.
Well, Regis, appreciate you coming on, giving us your time today. I'm sure you're very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Final one, shout out to the new YouTube channel. Tell us a bit about that.
Oh yeah, man, you watch my YouTube channel, bro. I mean, it's old. I've been having it, but it's we put more and more content on it every day. So it's Regis Prograis. My YouTube channel, the Regis Prograis. We call it the Ruger Life TV, and just my Ruger Life TV blog, and just like follow me from a day-to-day basis, seeing all the shit we do outside of boxing, just seeing all the fun shit. I live a fucking crazy ass lifestyle, so just seeing a lot of stuff that we be doing, So yeah, if you want to follow, you want to check me out outside of boxing, then you could. It's the Ruger Life TV and Regis Prograis YouTube channel.
Are you going to do any boxing sort of training on it as well?
I do boxing training, of course. I do boxing training on it too, but it's like right now, I kind of show outside of the boxing. Like, so of course, when I start training camp, then like I said, I pay my cameraman a lot, so he can't follow me all the time, because I gotta pay him a lot of money. So he's not with me like every single day, like a reality show, nothing like that. Only when I call him. So yeah, he doesn't come. He's not coming to the gym and all that stuff with me right now. It's only like special events, certain things that we do. That's when I call him. It's not like he living with me and he's here 24/7. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put boxing stuff up there sometimes too.
Great stuff. Regis, appreciate your time. Catch up soon.
All right,